What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Robertson Stash. Today, my guest is XG from California. How you doing, brother?
What's up, dog? What's up? Good, feeling good. Denver hospitality.
Yeah, you guys
amazing.
came. You got the full Denver experience here today.
The snow? What? How much you guys snow? What? A couple of feet? What do you guys?
I think we got about maybe a foot, possibly, or just under.
Right under.
Yeah. We almost died on our way to lunch yesterday.
Ooh.
Slid out, but XG is a podcast pro, I would say, or on its way to be a pro. But tell us a little bit about yourself, dude. You work on a few different podcasts.
I work for a few podcasts. You just had one of your last guests. I work for him, George Perez.
Mm-hmm.
I started with him.
Okay. GPS stories.
Yes,
yep.
I landed in his DM.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of the one.
Wow.
I'm one of the one that other girls land in his DM, but I took a real advantage of the landing in the DM. And I started doing his podcast. I hit him up.
How long ago was that? It must have been 5 years.
Yeah, we're about 300 episodes in. We do one a week.
Okay.
So it's about 6 years.
6 years, yeah, because I remember before I had children, I was on number 50, I think. So you guys were already at 50, and then,
Yeah,
so
you came in hot. You wanted to talk aliens, conspiracies. It was right after the Vegas shooting, which is a conspiracy.
I didn't know we were recording, dude. I thought we were just coming to hang and talk conspiracies.
Really? You didn't think it was going to be a podcast? Did you know what a podcast was? Because
I really didn't, dude. I really didn't know like the significance of a podcast back then. So I kind of just went over there and, I knew we were talking into mics, but I think we used about a quarter of what we
Because you're one of the only glassblowers that isn't an introvert. That's usually that's what they call it, right?
I can be an introvert. I'm the most extroverted introvert that there is, I think. But
yeah, because I met Hoobs, and I mean, Hoobs is great, but it's very like
he's the quiet, gentle giant.
Yeah, he's in his zone, and he makes his world fucking come true with his great art, his shoes, his sneakers.
Didn't we do like another episode where I didn't say anything and Hoobs only talked on the GPS?
We partied that day. There's reasons why you weren't talking sometimes.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Well, we'll cut that part out. Anyways, dude. Okay, so you work for you started with George's podcast.
I started with George, working from. I learned how to edit video, audio with him, and then throughout the mix, I'm a conspiracy podcast head. Rogan, Edy Bravo, Sam Tripoli. So during that time that I was working for George, Sam Tripoli on his podcast mentioned that him and his ex-co-host got in a little altercation, and that he needed some help. So
this was still the tinfoil hat?
Same,
okay.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't start from the beginning. I started like 100 episodes in. So during that time, I hit up George. I'm like, hey, no offense to George, since you're not paying me a lot at the time, I could use some extra help. Do you know Sam Tripoli? He's like, yeah, I know Sam. Like, we're an acquaintance. I was like, yo, he's looking for some work. Can you introduce me to him? And he's like, meet me at the Comedy Store. He might be there. Damn. And I live like 2.5 hours away. So it was like, at that moment, it was like, got to risk it. Yeah. So I drive over there, and I'm there with George. We're chilling, drinking, smoking, and I see Sam. And like a little kid, I'm like, hey, George, Sam's right there. And George's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. That's why we're here for it. Because that's all I give a fuck about. Yeah. And then he goes over there. He's like, what's up, Sam? How you doing? A little comedy interaction. He's like, hey, well, this is my assistant. He does he knows what he's doing. And Sam's just, I was ready for like an interview, kind of like a job interview. Yeah. I thought he was going to ask me about what my thoughts on 9/11 was, what I thought about Bigfoot. He literally just like, you in? I'm like, yeah, I'm in. Says show up at 11, show up at 12.
The next day?
The next day, show up an hour early because, I'm like, I'm there to be there.
What an opportunity.
Yeah, so I'm there an hour early going over like the conspiracy of the day. I talked for I'd said like 2 words on the first podcast.
Really?
Yeah, all nervous. There was Sam. Like to me, it's like, oh, dude, this is like goals. And yeah, it's all because of George.
That's amazing.
So it's all about hitting people in the DM. So I tell people, if you ever want like interns, if you want to do some Matt Robertson work and you need some work, be like, hey, the DM will change your life. You might need some work. We
talked about that on a few podcasts, actually, how those Hail Marys, man. I'll even throw them out sometimes too to like guests or whatever. But, if one comes back to you, then it pays off.
Dude, I do a podcast called We Don't Smoke the Same. We had
so that's
guests.
with E-Zone, right?
That's with
E-Zone. I was on that one at one point.
Yeah, you've been on it.
I've been on the Be Real one. Yeah.
And we love you there because we actually like it's actually called We Don't Smoke the Same for a reason. We smoke rosin, hash, water hash. We have glass blowers come on. So we would love you to come on. We just had Elbow enough. So It's at a Be Real studio, so it's
Yeah,
a little.
I remember being there, and then Sendog went on after me.
See, so it's a little bit of a heady situation. So your name gets dropped every once in a while. So if you're into that heady scene, head over to We Don't Smoke the Same and check it out. But
hell yeah,
I do that podcast, and yeah, that's another Hail Mary where we've had Steptone on from the Deftones.
Damn.
That, I mean, the second I saw him in front of me, I'm like,
and all of your flyers for it are dope too.
oh yeah,
Who does
shout out
that?
to Chili.
Chili,
I met, yeah. If you ever need some work, she's
great.
She's
and
open
everyone's
commission.
different, dude.
Yeah.
I love how that's a really cool thing. I look forward to seeing each one, man.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a good time. But yeah.
So what about the so that's 3 podcasts you're part of?
It's 3, yeah. I mean, I'm a co-host I produce George's, co-host for Tinfoil, and then a co-host for We Don't Smoke the Same as well.
And there's the High and Hungry too. I have some masks of High and Hungry.
No, the High and Hungry, that's E-Zone's.
That's his own thing?
His food review thing. He gets obviously High and Hungry.
You just part of it sometimes?
I just love being a part of it because he's the homie. Mad love to him. He's got a couple Matt Robinson pieces. You already know.
Shout out E-Zone.
He's out here asking me for a pendant.
Yeah, where's the shout out E-Zone. We're going to want to get you on the pod, dude.
Let's do it.
All right, so all these professional podcasts that you're working for, they're all monetizing. They're paying everyone's bills and stuff. But how do we, can you give any tips from, a beginner? I'm a beginner podcaster right now, but, how do we monetize this thing, dude?
So I tell people, YouTube's cool. They don't pay well, though. Unless you're in, Mr. Beast numbers.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Okay.
But it's more like promotion, like we talk about with George. Well, we promote the show on there. You promote, I'm doing a glass blowing event coming out. You're right now, if you're rolling off of so-and-so's papers. We're using so-and-so right now, but you should have a sponsor, whoever you want them to be. You know what I'm saying? Everything should be a sponsor.
Everything is a sponsor. Yeah. That's what we're trying to do.
Everybody, trust me, people that buy Matt Robertson Glass want to smoke what Matt Robertson papers, whatever he's, not because of that, because you smoke the best. You're not fucking out there smoking no cheap shit. So I think it's just part of sponsorship. That's where a lot of the money comes in from.
Sponsorship is a way. Okay.
Yeah, with George, bring it back up to George. He's got a guy that comes and cuts his lawn. Lawn is pristine. It's perfect. It's got.
For what? For a sponsorship?
Yeah, sponsorship.
Oh, really? And so do you drop his name?
It's called, the guy's called JB's Lawn Mowing Service, and we hit him up. And
I feel like I've seen that on
there's
the
another,
IG,
there's a side deal, but the guy cuts the lawn. So the guests come on and they're like, bro, this is some dope lawn. And we're like, well, this is our sponsor. And you should honestly use whatever sponsor you have because that's the point.
Yeah.
You don't fuck
things
with it.
Things I use in my life that I can.
That's the point. Yeah. I use this. They're a sponsor and you guys should use it too. And it's not because other than them being great. The guy cuts a great lawn.
Can I ask you how some of those sponsorship deals work?
They'll come to you.
No, but is it per season or is it per episode or is it per is it a monthly fee that they pay just to be?
So it's kind of like everything else. You should do it per month. But if you do 6-month deal, then we do a deal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Anything longer works longer. Merch, start with merch.
Yeah.
That hat, Matt Robinson hat. Why am I wearing this hat? I wish I would have had a Matt Robinson hat right now.
Gotta get him an extra large. Looks like
See what I mean? But no, everything's a promotion thing. If you look at Rogan's, you know what's his biggest moneymaker?
What?
On it.
Okay.
He promotes On It all the time. He's
a part owner.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what the most expensive thing in any product is? Is advertisement. When you're your own platform, you don't need to pay for advertisement. That's what I'm trying to say. Rogan is his own On It advertisement. He doesn't have to.
So he takes money out of that company and puts.
And that's his own company.
Yeah,
so he just sits there and promotes On It every day. And he's like, "Here, guys."
So I should sponsor my own show with my glass.
That's what I'm trying to say. Glass here, glass there.
Yeah, this show is sponsored by Matt Robertson Glass. Check it out.
It sounds very petty because people do this, but you leave a comment, and you get a pendant every episode.
Yeah,
people just start leaving comments, but that's how algorithm works. That's how this fucking world works. Where you little things. I'm not little marbles.
What do you know about algorithm? Because can you give us some tips about the algorithm?
It changes.
I know George told me, he gave me some good advice about podcasts back in the day. He said consistency is one of the most important things when you have a pod.
100%. Yeah. Because podcasting it's a thing that people that love blowing glass are going to listen to your podcast. And they're going to be they're going to listen to you because you're going to talk about maybe a little bit of glass blowing, a little bit some other shit, but then you're going to talk about this. But the thing is, they want to listen to it every Monday. And if you've got to drop it every Monday, because people are going to be on the way to work. You know what I do on Mondays? Listen, Matt Robertson work on Mondays. And if that Monday you don't drop it, they're going to be like, did Matt Robertson die?
Well, that's what we're doing. I know consistency is key, but we're batching them in groups of 12 and calling them season 1, season 2, because that way we can make sure we have them pretty close to done. And then it's every week for those 12 weeks. And then, you know, I have to blow glass full time too, so it's hard for me to
release them, premiere them on YouTube.
Premiere them on YouTube,
and then here's number 1. Don't have your assistant do it. You be in the super chats. Talk to the fans. Hey, what's up, guys?
She knows how to be me on the DMs.
Don't talk. No, that is Matt Robinson. That is 100% Matt Robinson talking to you.
Yeah, it is. Well, I okay though. I'm like,
everyone knows
how I say dude sometimes.
You don't know how often girls from LA be like, oh my God, Bad Bunny. DM me back. He liked my comment. No, he has an assistant that's there replying to you like, hey, hot bitch, what's up? You want to come to the show? No, it's just.
It still makes them feel good though.
Oh,
right?
yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. They get a little wet, you know? It works.
Yeah. So what do you think are some key factors in creating a successful podcast? Time.
People start doing podcasts. You don't know. I have cameras. I have equipment because people start podcasts. And I always tell them like, hey, are you sure? Because I'm not going to be an asshole and be like, oh, buy the best shit. Are you sure? And they're like, yeah, I'm sure. And they expect making money 100 episodes in. I mean, yeah, people make money, but they're called like media platforms where like
what kind of money are we talking like for 100 episodes in, do you think?
Depends. Like with you, it's not, I don't think it's really like, it sounds weird, but with you, your podcast is more to promote your art and to get your art sold and watch people who don't know
it's because I have a following.
You have a following.
I have my art collectors that, and I did.
And at the end of the day,
so
someone might come and listen to me personally or George or any of your guests, and they might not know what art is, and they might be like, what the fuck? Who's this Matt Robertson guy?
Yeah, kind of a niche market. Yeah, it's becoming more generalized, like with other having comics
so
on.
Like
and
with you, so then I've had people who are, no offense, no ones.
No, I'm not offended.
And but then they want to do a podcast, and I'm looking at them like, bro, like.
About what, though? Maybe if they have a good niche thing.
Exactly. Like there's a guy that I did a podcast with that used to breed English bulldogs. Perfect. That's your niche. You talk about breeding bulldogs.
All day long.
And people that want bulldogs might listen to this, and then they'll buy your bulldog, and that's your niche. But YouTube, don't run on YouTube. Like unless you're looking for Mr. Beast numbers, we're talking millions. Other than that, it's ad reads, it's sponsorship, it's like wearing you wearing a hat. You can charge for just wearing a hat. Hey, dude, I'm gonna have a great guest on today. I'm gonna wear this hat.
Shout out to Fari though. This is the sponsor of the pod. Yep. And
there we go.
You guys with some new fits coming up here.
But no,
so
it's
interesting. Okay.
And it's a therapy for a lot of people. Like I'm not gonna lie, like George, when we do a podcast, it's kind of like
I can feel that, dude, because it's cathartic. It's like just to be here in a controlled environment, kind of.
And then with you, I'll give it to you. I do other people's podcasts, and it's very LA style, in and out. Sit down, starts at 2. Guys, like if you're not starting at 2, he's already looking at you like. Yeah. Here we come, hang out. We saw you do glass blowing. It's an interaction. It's fun, but you're in this. Look at this. Yeah. Got me in the mountains, a little some note in. Yeah, but it's like George's. You go to George's, and it's not a party, but it's a hangout.
Yeah.
You show up, you smoke a blunt with George, might offer you that type of day, and then we hang out, and then you podcast, and then you're allowed to hang out after. A lot of Hollywood, it's very like podcast out. Cool. Hey, nice to see you. Picture and out.
Yeah.
It's cool, but I literally did appreciate how I'm pretty sure you give this treatment to everybody, but you give this treatment to everybody. So if Matt's asking you to come out. We're leaving with gifts.
Hey, hell yeah.
We're leaving with gifts.
For sure. A word from our sponsors. Have you guys heard of Mystic Timber? The original wood-handled dabbers and roach clips, handcrafted in New Jersey since 2011. Man, that was a good year. Made with titanium tips that are laser engraved. Shop our brand new collection. We have 4 sweet collabs with them right now. You can find those at mystictimber.com or go check out their Instagram at mystictimber. Sweet. Well, how's the robot wife doing?
Oh, my mannequin. She's cool. She listens. She pays attention. Yeah. Everyone's always asking me about that, and it's crazy because I got it because like at one point I had my merch come out. I like this little
fully toxic.
Yeah, I had this merch come out that at one point it was working for me, and I didn't want to pay like OnlyFans chicks or like chicks to wear my merch. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get a mannequin, make it funny. I'm a comedian. I took her out to sushi. People at the sushi joint were like, what the fuck?
That like
I'm there
viral,
feeding her sushi. And it was just comedy. And I was like, save myself some money because OnlyFans ain't cheap. If you're going to ask them to promote your merch, they're not cheap. And it's like, you know, as a dude, I still want girls to wear my hot merch. Like, can you wear this?
Yeah.
And it's still like, you know, so I had my little, and I kept her. I'm trying to get rid of her.
You kept her?
Trying to get rid of her.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about
Used.
burning her.
Yeah.
Like burning her, tossing her
her
off
on,
the
like,
road.
Offer up, dude, or Craigslist or something.
What? My sister's a lawyer, and she's like, if you go through divorce or anything, that video might come back up and bite you in the ass. Or if your wife goes missing, you know, there's a video of you tossing a mannequin off the woods. It's going to be premeditated murder right there. So I was like, oh, good looking out, sister. Oh, so I'm still trying to get rid of her. I might, if anybody wants to buy her. Matt Robertson prices, though, so it's not going to be cheap. I'm letting you know that right now. Right?
Yeah, you gotta keep her, dude.
Right.
You put a ring on it yet?
No, and it's weird because like sometimes I'll have like I'll be dating a chick and they come over and they're like,
yeah,
they get scared or they'll go to the kitchen
could
in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, can I get some water? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And they're like, they forget it's there, and to me it's great because like, oh my god, I got so scared because it's just standing there.
Does she talk or anything? Or like,
no, she's just standing there
who
looking
was that
very
one,
pretty.
That one comedian had like a real robot of her, like
it was Whitney Cummings.
Whitney Cummings.
She brought her on stage too and everything. Yeah,
and it talked and stuff.
You know,
right?
you could have bought her if you were a creep and you want to like jerk off to that and stuff. You could have bought it. She was selling it after like her.
For
special.
how much?
I'm pretty sure over a couple grand, like a couple grand.
A couple grand?
Yeah. No, it was very.
I thought they'd be worth more than that. Just as the robot, not even.
Oh, did it move? Oh,
I thought hers was like LO.
Maybe not like hers, but you could have.
Hers was real animatronic.
Okay, well you could have bought the cheap version, just the version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll put this on the the over 18 part.
Intercourse,
of the
my bad.
podcast.
Intercourse version. My bad. Sorry about that. Intercourse.
So, what do you think of this weather, dog?
Amazing.
It's like this is like the LA cold plunge for you,
dude. Yeah, I was telling
like
George.
This is like a long couple day cold plunge.
George was telling me to put on a jacket and come. Like, no, I want to feel
come
the cold.
freezing,
I want to
like,
feel the
trick
cold.
your body
I
to
want to
think
go
it's
back to
dying,
LA and
go
be
back
like,
and you're
recharge
all your cells.
I want to go back to LA and understand why I pay $1,700 for like a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
so.
It's the weather.
When are you moving to Austin?
No, it's
when are you moving?
It's
everyone's
sold out.
It's too much now.
Too
Joe
much.
Rogan.
Yeah, unless George goes with me, which George ain't moving.
When George goes,
George will never leave Cali.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And I don't. I thought I would be. I thought I was that person. I used to be like, oh, I'm Cali for life.
Yeah.
Man,
the shine of Hollywood.
The laws and just the homelessness.
Dude, that new law where you can rob shit for anything under $1,000 is nothing, and they're doing these ransackings, so all the Louis Vuitton shit.
LA is getting wild, and I come out here and like it's beautiful. Like the snow kind of.
It's peaceful. Maybe this is what you guys needed for a little getaway.
Oh, this is great.
A little mind cleansing.
This was amazing. The weed's great, by the way. I don't know who's your weed sponsor.
Well, let's shout out Mile High Dave because that shit is that the most fire. Bonafide.
Wow, from LA. Like usually it's a little dry. I'm not gonna lie because people talk about the altitude.
This is 17 days cut.
Yeah,
so
people talk about the altitude, how it's dry. I came out here.
It will dry out. Whew. That's some fresh. Yeah, no, that was some of the best pot. Yeah. So shout out Mile High Dave.
100%.
Yep, thank you. A word from our sponsors. This episode is sponsored by Mile High Dave. Mile High Dave grows to showcase the latest and greatest phenotypes. See a pheno you've got to try? Well, you're in luck because a little birdie told me that there's a seed drop coming soon. Anyways, if you want to smoke some of the best pot that I've ever smoked, make sure to check out Mile High Dave on Instagram at MileHighDave420. Tell him Matt Robertson sent you. Alrighty, folks, back to the show. Well, shit, man, you guys were cutting it close. You guys gonna be heading back to...
So I bought your piece, one of your pieces.
Okay, so you did.
I had to get the green one.
You did.
Because I need a green card. Is there any way? Because
well,
I know you've been
into aliens because you picked the Roswell
There's a lot
color.
of reasons why I got it, and I
you didn't even know it was called Roswell.
Can you help me on getting? Because you got a green card. What's the process?
Sure.
Does that giraffe get a lawyer?
A lawyer was the one that I just had to sign. You know, I think it was.
What do you think about Canada? I know this is my podcast. I know you're supposed to be interviewing me, but like as a guy who
what do I think about Canada?
What do you think about your home? Yeah.
I think it's. I am so God blessed to be American right now. Like, I love it here, dude. It's nice here. There's more freedom. It seems. Oh, there's your new piece.
There it is. That.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I'm very proud to be an American. I just got my citizenship here. I think it's my wife and my kids live here.
Beautiful kids, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
just like you. I mean, George was talking about. I'm like, yo, this is a little.
They
Matt
got
Robertson.
both. They both got different things.
Of course,
to me,
but yeah, we saw the Matt.
Yeah,
in
I'm
them.
glad you guys got to meet them and play dinosaur with them. But yeah, dude, I appreciate you scooping this one. This one's gonna be going back to California, living the beach life.
Oh yeah.
Late
I'll
nights.
pull that out whenever immigration asks me for a green card. I was like, I got a green Matt Robertson piece. Does that work? Is that I couldn't make the cut?
That might just work. Awesome, dude. Okay, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. What else can we talk about with podcasts? Like, what do you think? What are some tips you think I should do to accelerate? Because I don't want to move at a snail's pace right now. Do you think I need investors? Do you think I could?
No, I think you're doing it right. I've seen a couple guests you've had on.
Yeah.
You had what's his name? He painted on the pool table. Bigger guy.
Aaron Brooks.
Yeah, he's great.
He was good. Yeah, he does all Subtronics album covers.
Okay, yeah.
Have you ever heard of the band Subtronics?
Yeah,
it's like some dubstep shit. Yeah, so he's hooked in with that.
Yeah, I like EDM, so like I kind of
he was great. He had some great stories to tell. He goes out and does live paintings at all these like music festivals.
And I like that you asked me what is cool about your podcast. You got a comedian on. As a glassblower, that's not. Usually it's just more fucking. It's
not strictly about glass. It's about life and the pursuit of my glass, and it kind of all ties in. Like, here's a little tie-in right here, but it's.
And that's what I was saying. Like, it's your podcast. I like how it's so versatile because it's not just glass. You listen to other people's podcasts and it's about glass. And they'll bring a hash guy, a rosin guy, a shatter guy, and it's the same. Like, and no offense to them, it's like if you're into that, you're in that. But it's like right here. Like one day you'll get a comedian. I know in the last episode you were laughing. I was laughing. I was here. I
was having an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like you had a great guy on last time. Yeah. It was funny. I'm pretty sure the other ones were great, and
you saw the big elk that we're about to have on, right? It's gonna be. That's gonna
I
be.
I couldn't believe when you told me who that was for.
Yeah. So we got a big surprise coming up for one of our season finales on this season.
Can I tell them that I've seen you do stand-up?
Yeah.
Do they know? Have you let them know? Have you let these guys
you
that
were
you're
at
a
Giraffes
man
and
of
Laughs.
a lot of talents?
You were there with George Perez at Giraffes and Laughs when I rented that mansion out.
Dude, it was phenomenal. Thanks for flying us out. You rented
course.
a mansion for us a little bit. Other people there, but we got the top floor.
Yeah. It was just a party house that we all could smoke.
It's always baller shit with you.
Yeah, but I think that's when I did my first ever getting up in front of people. You were like, I was about to bail and not do it. You're like, just do it, man. I just got up.
They loved you. You got some laughs.
I got some.
What does George say? If you ain't giraffing, you ain't laughing?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, well, I just really commend what you guys do.
Any more?
No, man. I don't want to kill myself this early in life.
Yeah, that was so much art of yours. Like, you're walking by and you're just, Matt.
No, I can't take the, I want everyone to be leaving happy. And I guess as a comedian, if you get 50-50, you're doing pretty good. But you want to be on that offense, I think I offended some people that night, and then, but I think some people liked it. And
I had a great time. Me and George, we left. We barely made our flight.
Yeah, wasn't that another snowstorm?
Hard.
That was another. You guys only come.
Yeah, we got bad luck. Yeah, we bring the snow. For some reason, even when we're not doing.
Well, that was before. I think that party was where it started, and then that was the super spreader, Giraffes and Laughs, because we all went back and we were all dying. I was dying. I heard George was, and
that was it sounds weird because right when we landed, I think when we were on the flight, when we were sitting down, you know how right when you're about to fly, you're going through your phone, and I saw this thing that said, "Kobe's dead."
Kobe's dead?
I didn't believe it.
That's not when that happened.
Again, I'm almost
that was
100%.
a scam. That was a
no. It was that day. Kobe died, and then
Kobe died the day in the helicopter?
No. Kobe died, and the pandemic happened right after. I
No,
don't know
it
if you
didn't.
guys know. Yes, it did.
No, I bombed at my show, and then the pandemic happened. Like, because
So
my
you're
show,
saying you caused it. You're
I
saying
might
you
have. I was like,
caused
fuck,
it.
I want everyone to stay inside now.
No. I guarantee
Dude,
you.
no, our show was the January 12th, and the first case in Colorado.
January 12th.
And the first case in Colorado was January 16th.
And I guarantee you, Kobe
of
died.
COVID.
Kobe died somewhere in between that. Look it
let's
up.
see.
If I'm wrong, then I'll be wrong. And
When
we're gonna
did-
edit this out if I'm wrong.
When did Kobe die?
Told you, we were flying in.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
the
we were
20s.
flying in.
When was the show? Maybe it was that day.
We were flying in. I'm telling you.
And
Dude.
you
Okay,
guys-
so
yeah.
rewind.
Yeah. Okay.
We barely make our flight. We're on the plane, and George is obviously a couple seats away from me because we're broke and we didn't assign him. So George's over there. I'm scrolling, and I look at it. It says Kobe dies.
Oof.
And I look at George like Kobe's dead. And it's that thing where like, it's meme world. We're in a world where we don't believe anything, fake news, fake media.
And then you're about to take off and have no internet.
Exactly. So that's exactly what happened, Matt. You're killing my story.
I'm sorry.
So then I told George, I'm like, yo, he died. George's like, no, he didn't. It's fucking Kobe. Kobe don't die.
Everyone's
Kobe,
rushing
it's
to
fucking
find out
Kobe.
before you lose internet.
Yeah, so then we fly up, and then when we're landing, everyone's phone starts turning on, and then you hear Kobe's dead. Kobe's dead. And my phone's not, because I got T-Mobile. I'm a broke-ass fool. I don't got Verizon, so it's not working. And then George looks at me, he's like, Kobe's dead.
What?
And then we're landing, and you feel this. It sounds weird, and I swear to God, it was cloudy in Vegas, in LA. Obviously, he died because it was cloudy, so I'm not lying about that
It was
part.
cloudy when you guys came in, too.
Yeah, but
like
exactly, because it was
here.
forecast. The forecast killed them. And we were landing, and I looked at George, and I was like, bro, it feels sad in LA. No, it was foggy. But, yeah, after that show landed.
Boy,
then,
that's not a great omen to come to a comedy show.
Then the pandemic started right after that. Because then George got sick, and I think it was he was saying.
I remember you told me that right when you guys got home, George was sick. And I was sick as a dog.
Bad.
Because they had me breathing through a nebulizer, and that's what they give patients. I think I had every breath was a chore.
You had it, and then George had it.
Yeah.
George won't own up to it, but George was one of the first people to have it. It was bad.
It was the worst.
George is a tough dude, cholo dude. Not that I've seen him be weak, but it was one of those moments where I'm like, yo, you're not being George.
Yeah.
Like, you're not being George. You're like, can you give me some ice cream?
Ugh.
It was
noodle
yeah,
soup.
it was, when it hit, but it hit. I think that's what I think. And then he never got it after that.
Yeah. Well, that's the best immunity,
Yeah,
dude.
he never got it after that.
First strain, dude. That
what he
kind of
says.
kept us clean.
That's why
I didn't get sick for 2 years after that. Honestly, I didn't get sick for 2 years after that. Then I got and then I started getting sick. I got one.
Dun.
I needed to.
You need that sound effect. Dun, dun, dun.
I got scammed because I needed to fly. And that's how you had to fly back then. Like, I didn't know how to do it. And I regretted doing it. And I felt sick when I got it. And I felt like my body's strong enough. I got the double. I got the one, and then I got the other. And I hated it, and I regretted it as soon as I got it. And I even wanted to say, just say you stuck it in my arm. Hopefully that's over with until the next global pandemic, I guess.
Coming.
Yeah, what is it going to be, a global? It's
no,
going to be
so
a weather thing.
I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. Obviously, go to tinfoil hat.
Yeah,
but let me tell you what I think the next one is. And I'm going to tell everybody to be very careful with this. I think there's going to be an internet outage. That's scary.
They've already said the great internet outage for months.
Think about it. You have to have cash at your house, because if not, you're broke.
Yeah.
You're broke.
When you can't access your money from the banks, it's going to be done shooting time.
I'm not talking thousands. I'm not talking $10,000 at your house, but just have $1,000. You need some food. It's not going to be forever. This internet outage ain't going to be forever. But you need to be able to fucking go get some water. It's going to be pricey. That water's going to be $100.
Wow.
Because but guess what? No one else has money.
When that shit happens, you guys are welcome to stay up here with some fresh water and the snow. You guys always are welcome when the zombie apocalypse comes. This is a good spot up here. Oh, take off the zombies.
Oh yeah, dude, they're not coming up here.
No,
but I've met people who it sounds weird. They don't even have $100 at home cash. It's all on the card. It's all on Zelle. Yeah. It's all on Venmo.
When we get a solar flare direct from the sun and everything goes out.
See what you just said? They're gonna say it was a solar flare. No. There's a solar flare.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be them shutting this shit down and moving some things around. Maybe passing a law so next time this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Remember the Patriot Act? How nice does a Patriot Act sound?
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you my lawyer's number too. If you now that you're making some money,
you want some sponsorship, lawyer?
Yeah.
Where you are? Let's get a sponsorship.
I forget her name, but we're gonna. I'll give it to you after the show. But yeah, I think we did good, guys, today. Thank you very much.
Of course, thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for the dinner, the breakfast, the lunch, the fucking whole works around.
We ate good while you were here. We almost died in a snowstorm, and we made it through. And you guys are flying back to sunny LA.
Woo!
Hell yeah! We'll have to come out and visit you guys again.
But we're going
soon.
Gifted, so I'm leaving with a little new friend.
Yeah, you guys are getting laced up.
Yeah, no, thank you, Matt. You always
Thank
come
you.
through.
Well, thanks for being on the show today, XG.
Of course.
We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for the tips on podcasting. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show. We'll see you next time.
We got to catch a flight, guys.
All right, we got to go.
Let's go.